guys, welcome back to the vlog. Today I wanted to do something that kind of feels like a throwback for YouTube, but I wanted to share my monthly favorites for January. So this will be covering a bunch of different stuff: health, lifestyle, really anything that I've just been enjoying doing during a very gray, cold month. Unfortunately, this is like my least favorite time of the year, but I really try to do things to romanticize it. It's especially hard because of my illness and things that I'm dealing with, because I feel that my symptoms get worse in the winter time. I'm moving a little bit less, so my digestion is a little bit slower. Vitamin D also really helps digestion, so when you're lacking that, that goes slower too. And all of those things sort of compound, and the seasonal depression thing is real. So I've been trying to do things to kind of like keep my mind occupied and feel a little bit more normal and creative during these gray months. So here's what I've been really enjoying. First, we'll start with the gastritis friendly or the gastritis related things. 2 supplements that I've been loving lately. The first is PC, or phosphatidylcholine. This is a supplement that I recently learned about that I've been wanting to try for a while. And not only does it help actually repair and rebuild the stomach lining, it also helps if you have bile reflux to make the bile less irritating on the stomach. So at the same time, it's repairing and also making the bile less irritating to reduce irritation. So it all sounds pretty perfect. This is something that you can take pretty long term, and it's also something that's not going to give you instant relief, but I'm excited to see how the next couple of months go with this, especially as I'm like addressing other issues. I'm taking a SIBO test in 2 days, so I'm prepping for that right now, and we'll see what the SIBO test says. And I just feel like I'm on the pathway to healing. Like I'm there. I'm so close to the end, and these are just the last few things I need to do. Another supplement I've been loving is the Pure Cortisol Calm supplement. I've been taking this throughout the winter every single night, just 1 tablet. It has a bunch of different things. I think the main thing is ashwagandha, rhodiola, magnolia, L-theanine, and vitamin D. I don't typically take a vitamin D supplement. They sometimes bother my stomach, but this has a low enough dose of vitamin D that it seems to be okay with me, even on a pretty empty stomach. So I take one of these a night. I've been really enjoying this through the winter. In the wintertime, my symptoms are always a little bit worse just because I'm moving less. There's less sun, less vitamin D, digestion suffers. So these have both been really good supplements I've been trying lately. Something I treated myself to for 2026 was a new journaling ecosystem. I'm a big planner stationery nerd, so I wanted to get one of these, mostly because they're just beautiful, and I like when things are just pretty. It makes me want to use them more, and makes life a little bit more romantic. So in this guy, I just have one of these, the folder covers that came with it. And the first journal is really just things that I'll refer to on a regular basis, lists that are important to me. I also keep track of my symptoms in this first journal. So this is just kind of like my tracker and, monthly check-in or so. And then the second one is just my daily journal. It's pretty small, so I'm already almost done with that one. But yeah, I just write a page a day about how I'm feeling, what's going on in my life, nothing crazy. And then the last piece that just fell out is my daily planner. This is just a weekly moleskin planner with the days of the week, pretty standard. But yeah, I just like having everything all in one place, especially when I'm traveling. It's very compact and organized and easy to just, organize my life. And I've been loving making things more analog lately and limiting my screen time as much as I possibly can because it's horrible. Also, the best pens are at Muji. I like this one. Another thing that I've been using lately for my flare-ups is a hot water bottle, which I never really considered before. But in terms of calming my anxiety and maybe reducing nausea a little bit, having something hot, even a cup of tea or taking a warm shower, all of those things are really good for your vagus nerve, for your nervous system. But I found that falling asleep with one of these kind of on my left side, right on my stomach, has been really comforting and has prevented me from reaching for medication if I have like any sort of discomfort at nighttime. This will pretty much keep me feeling okay. And I really do think it's a mental thing. Just having like this grounding, calming thing. I think if you have a cat or a pet, it kind of does the same thing. So maybe I should get a pet. I've had this Kobo for over a year now, but I've been really enjoying it over the winter and just reading instead of scrolling, especially at nighttime when I'm in bed. I've been really trying to limit my phone use when I'm in bed. So having something like this where I can obviously put all my favorite books on, it's also really lovely because I travel a lot and I'm moving around a lot. So having all of my big chunky books with me all the time is not realistic. I have the Lord of the Rings trilogy on here right now, and I've been really enjoying just going into this like other world. It's a really good escape from reality right now. And yeah, it's just fun to have this as like a daily thing to do instead of scrolling on my phone. And then lastly, one of the things of all the things here is my camera. I have a couple different film cameras and I've loved photography for years, but I haven't picked up my camera like at all lately. And I want to start doing this more just because it's something that is just for me. It doesn't provide any monetary or, productive value to my life. It just makes me happy. And I think that my life should have more of that because it seems lately like everything I do is for some like exterior motive. And I would like to focus more on interior motives and like what just genuinely makes me happy. So I've been taking the camera out with me a lot more. Another thing that you guys can't see right now, but it's right next to you, is my walking pad. I finally decided to buy a walking pad. I was on the fence for like a year because I just think people should go outside and like walk around their communities, which I still do, but on days like this or months like this where it's super cold and rainy and realistically I'm just not gonna hit my step count goal outside, having a walking pad has been super helpful. I'm also trying to walk after every meal, and sometimes it's just not in the schedule for me to go outside, put on all my clothes, and go for a 10-minute walk. It's just much easier to hop on this for 10 minutes and then jump right back into work right after. So it's been really wonderful. I'm hoping that it also helps improve my digestion over time. Again, none of this stuff I mention is like a quick fix to anything. But yeah, I definitely don't regret that purchase. I've thought about it a lot and I just said, yeah, what the heck, I'll do it. And then my last monthly favorite has been baking. Baking in the winter is just the only way to avoid seasonal depression, in my opinion. I've been trying to bake bread. I baked a couple loaves and I wasn't super happy with the results, but learning and trying to figure that out, just learning and teaching myself and figuring that out has been really fun. So I am working on figuring out the sourdough starter thing. It's been really difficult, but I am gonna get it this year. And I've also been baking a lot of like healthier sweets that don't have refined sugar, that don't have butter, that people with gastritis and stomach issues can still enjoy. So I've been sharing some recipes on here, but yeah, I wanna make some more stuff. I made those apple muffins last week. I wanna try something new this weekend. So yeah, creating and just making stuff with your own hands is a really wonderful feeling in my opinion. But yeah, those are my monthly favorites. I hope you guys like this style. I really love kind of how this feels like old YouTube. So I wanna start doing this on a monthly basis. And yeah, with that, enjoy the rest of the vlog. Hi guys, it's the next day. I am just doing some work. It's 3 o'clock now. I have a couple client calls and then other like 9 to 5 work to do. And I just wanted to check in because I did my SIBO test this morning. Part of the reason I look so tired is because I had to wake up really early to get it out of the way. And also I slept really bad last night. I think it was because I had to stop my sucralfate and my supplements the prior 2 days before the test. So I think my symptoms responded to that. because I was eating really plain, but it also could be because I was kind of hungry and I had an empty stomach. But yeah, I didn't fall asleep till like 2 a.m. last night, and I woke up really early to do the test. The test was really easy. The lactulose solution did not make me sick. I was scared it was going to make me really nauseous, but I personally didn't have a response to it. Not that that is going to help you if you're doing it. I just wanted to put that out there that if you are worried about it, it's not guaranteed to cause symptoms. I know some people have a hard time with it, others not so much. So just wanted to share my experience. It was pretty easy. It took me 3 hours. I did the test from SIBO Lab in Germany. So I just ordered the at-home kit, and basically you just label the 10 vials, breathe into the breathing thing every 20, 30, 10 minutes. It's different increments each time. So you just gotta have a timer running, and yeah, I just did that and I shipped it off this afternoon. So hopefully I will hear back soon, and I'll keep you posted on what the results are. But yeah, I'm really happy to go back to eating normally again. And yeah, the prep for the SIBO test was way more annoying than the actual SIBO test. So I'm just glad it's done. I'm glad I finally did it, and we'll see if I even have SIBO.